The Alliance to Restore the Dignity and Heritage of Hydro-Dam's Victims, an NGO based in Tamale, the Northern Regional Capital, on Friday the 20th of November 2020, embarked on a fact-finding mission in the Bui-Hydro-Dam catchment areas in Banda and Bole-Bamboi district in Bono and Savannah regions respectively. The visit was to afford the team to ascertain for themselves the ordeal and dehumanizing trauma Fisherfolks, especially ours, in the catchment areas went through during the 30th of June to the 6th of August 2020 nationwide voter registration exercise. The team further sought to find out from the Fisherfolks their confidence level in exercising their civic right and responsibility ahead of the December 7, 2020 general elections. The team traveled to over 32 fishing communities out of the 62 communities in the Bui-Hydro-Dam catchment areas. The assemblyman for Akenya Kope electoral area, Honorable Amos Kokoti Bote, who also went through the same heinous ordeal with his electorate, has this to narrate.
My name is Honorable Amos Boche Kokoti, and as an assemblyman for Bui electoral area, I'm an Ewe, but I'm not talking for West, I'm talking for entire Ghana. What is happening here is worrying, and I want the whole world to know what is happening at Bui. The information we have been receiving from the military hierarchies, from the defense minister to the communications director from Ministry of Defense yesterday, I saw their statement. Doesn't reflect the exact thing happening on the grounds. So when I saw some of them, I was forced to react, but nobody was listening. So I want to use this opportunity to let everybody know what happened. The military claiming that they were at the shore because a group of people wanted to attack the people who are coming was a completely lie. They were rather they're preventing women who have children and men from coming out from their boats so that they can come to the community because they thought they are coming to register. I remember very well that the officer, the captain who was in charge, he's a colonel. He doesn't have name tag. The only thing I saw is Adams. He said categorically after 5 hours, when the people could not even wee, and before you allowed them to even move out there, he told them that they have also given them only the opportunities to go out there, to go to hospitals or go to funerals, but they don't have any right to go and register. That's the command the colonel has received. That is what he said. Aside that, when the people started moving upstairs, moving out there, they came to the center, preventing them physically. I have the guards to challenge some of the military officers that no, you don't prevent them, they are here. The law says challenge them. If they can challenge all of them, challenge them. Another worrying thing is the name. Once you go there, you mention my name, Goche, or any other name, Edem, or whatever it is, or Yaira, you are being challenged that you are not a Ghanaian. Majority of them has Ghana card, some of them has passports. Aside that, on Saturday morning, there was an attack at the center here by the thugs. They always dress in the so-called national security uniform that was used at the Yawasu West Wagon. Yesterday, they did the same thing. They came and beat up people here. And on Sunday, 4 people were injured and they were sent to the Banda hospital. Yesterday, a young boy was beaten to a pulp. The police treated him in the FPU car, and I have the number with me. This morning, they came here again and they beat the people up. They even want to beat my mother because they didn't know my mother. They were entering to homes. They enter one house and say, hey, Mamunchro. Then they will go there and beat them up. I am sending this warning to our leaders. I am sending this warning to our leaders that the civil wars that happen in Syria, in Rwanda, Somalia, they started like this. Sudan, they started like this. When people feel their lives are being threatened and that they don't see them to be Ghanaians, they have no option than we will fight and make sure our children never live to fight this battle to become Ghanaians again. Thank you.
Majority of these Fisherfolks are Ewes by tribe who migrated principally from North, Central, South Tong, Ketu South District and Keta Municipal in the Volta region of Ghana for fishing expedition. Other minority tribes in the area include Fantis, Dambes, Wangares, and others. Chief of our Kenya Krum resettlement community in the Banda district of Bono region, Togbe Awusagba Papa II, claimed that all airways by tribe who came to his community to register were challenged.
What I realized was people were running, so I stood outside my parish to see what actually was happening. The police, immigration, and other officials around. But this was happening, to my surprise. So, really, I went there myself to find out what was actually happening. Those who are from the lake upstream, the others were people who were being chased. And what I also observed was that any other that came to register at the registration center there was challenged. Even though there were security personnel around, I could see that they were there with their arms folded, without intervening, without stopping the people. And these gurus, these mafia people were just beating my people.
Togbe Awusagba Papa II again described the brutalities meted out to his people at the various registration centers by the armed security forces as unfortunate.
What is happening in Rwanda and other areas we have been envisaging, we have been hearing, we cannot use this to build a nation. Because if any name that is identified as an other name could be termed as somebody who is an alien, does not belong to Ghana, I think that is quite unfortunate.
Agbesi Onyoku from the New Bakpa in the Central Ton district of the Volta region and a resident of Nanakope lost his 29-year-old wife, Remember Awokuji, during the voter registration exercise.
Wole toko do so je wole tulasi e ke mo na mo mi o mi o mo bi ama aden mi no toji e ke amo hala po mo pa fo yi de po mo pa do fo ga po ama aden ma beti mi no toji e ga po ba da selemienti ko mi ba yire gua ga fe nya no do fo e ke na ba yi nko ke ko nglo me yo ba fu afonole ko la ola ma no kokomo ko ni e ga fe me ke le nsoko ko ji ka po ba e ku le mi ra gua ma e ke ku ku ro kwa ku you know, I shake a tongue. Yoku, I can write the much lady. You ready, you know, won't have your balabapa no time. Ta anya bomb of Yaka at the Funupa, Kong Lonky Bazu, Aliaka Wapo Bottle Shimmer, Kakoda with the Alogala, Tanya Guamalaka, and near the tongue, a backpa, do the Siade, Amishu, no other to Yam, and Yana Kufado Bo, but Kong Lonky Bazu Alia.
Remember and her other colleagues were brutalized by security personnel at registration center at Bongwase. She died at Nsoko Hospital as a result of the brutalities she sustained. An eyewitness, Veronica Avuada at Motorway, another fishing community in Banda district, narrated to us how her community members, including her husband and children, were severely beaten by some NPP thugs.
Nso da omo be start wa ha no sada no na me bedru bonga sensuano na papa bi ye fe no alaji soja oru na first oba nsuoja no be ka chese se ye votarians enim na se ba se be trodi ni aba vote ma NDC ya ni e besi na nso ampa nso sada no a me fi ye komu ba ye no me bedru nsuano no na me kuru ni me manu mu ani ni omo ye nche adwuma nyina omo nyina akwa akotwrodi ntina me gina nso anu obi no no anso na oso already gangs bi so mbebu ye won nso anu ho nti se na ade ne nyina ye hu no me ye madwen se medi me kunu achi akobe bi omo kwa akotwrodi no nti ho na omo kwa na asanya asem kituwa kra na si wo ho ho ne ho macho pa macho form wo ho a minim se ni pakese wo Ghana kuremu sa omo di macho fo na nia me nwanwa ne se police fo gina ho ansa na macho fo buye ekita tuo police for kita tuo police ni jina na me kunu poko bisa police ni ah na wo ya ti o se be jina na hwa we edi ntro isu e na wo jina ha sa na batofo edi bench bubo ni pasa na o so ndi oni asem aka e ti che se ho no omusi ye nya ganafo obi a ye free akachi ye free voter region nti me free akachi na se me nya gana ni ande me ye hini ye to aso sa akoho e buro no wo so sa na edi ko be na ahinkro akoye sa no me kunu no mantumi antro di no wo e akanya kura ho sa no wasesa omodi akobe na ahinkro be na ahinkro won so no e ye nwanwa so panyi ye kro mo ni panyi ni bi ye bu papa we tu fom ene ni hu moja sei e ho ye mo brantie ba ko so no so yiri ni hu ino peja ye kro mo nyum se sa dia na ye besi si ye ko tro di mpo ene ti se ya ende si ye ko to aba no dia na beba yes raban say me amitna hai me ye MPP ni ma papa.
Another victim of the brutalities, Kuji Felix, also from New Bapa, who also lost his pregnant sister as a result of the brutalities, spoke sternly to His Excellency the President.
Kala jirudo ke vafie ye mi o jirudo MPP a eva globe mi amo mi le sheji gi ebe ama akpena na onena minya kuruvato eta monde de malebi mi anwonko na mi adako atia melepem gbegbenye nkonrogbe mi ya benya view MPP to wa icho ame be no ba do apole mi nu ale be mi ataba nwonko kemi ale enu le fudom le du komo he be mi ata nwon atie ame ataba kpemi ne mi ofugo peji na are mi ta mi le force be ko mi anwonko e mata fufu vaje gome ofu mi pa be ale be mi ata ava anwonko amaro le MPP to va choko ve e kwa ni mo po na pe mo to ngbe po no va digo le ga ma menya enya view gakara de ka de hie na mi ne mi o mi aho ne mi ye Ghana vi nyenye ta mi o mi le peple kanu yele ngunye be le ma mo fu amo lo koji ka nye chenya no vire ka nye fu no ofofu junu amenyi na ne viara ko suso no onkaka na wade ele fufu ma ofui kami va ko ire okoji ko mano yonyomo o ba nwa agbara na mi bia ko ire ko bubuji ngaka to gboko yoko va butara mi egbo jiruru na kwa me be akuforo ye Ghana president ne la gbogbo be ne ya vinya no vi fu no yo olalie evi de ka evi anosi ye ole nkonwo nwere no anye Ghana vita ye wa dam be no vai fui yo afu ye no emio president akuforo vi yo anu ale yo akukple fude nyatefe ga ojimiano ke mio emile geminye Ghana vira akpaka mio emile ne Ghana ka yebe mio nkonwo po yenkie ole mie fu la bidementi mio fu no le kukukple ekplevi yo kafifie nkonwo po ma menya me tututu ya kodagana yo kunke ola mo fu la mo wufu no le kukule me kafifie gbegbe mi acho ye mi be mi ametiegere ke ye nu kala jo ata ni me di magbo kunye be akuforo onye mi o president to afonya eme ne me ne ma mi ama mi le shejila mi agbele chochoroga mi cho mi agbe mi onu sia nu kodasi na alebe na shati treleme alebe mi akpo de mi o elegi ha ga avi mi nye mi o mi ata dako mi le fu pelegi ye mi o ga na vi ko mi nye cholemi enti bele gogbe be pa me ye be ni nye o vi wo nyo le nko won mo wu o fue yo ku ale ajenwu a penye nyenuto akpenemi.
Gideon Zu, a victim from Aveno Agove in Akachi district of the Volta region, now fishing at MTN Fishing Community in Banda constituency of the Bono region, praised Volta NDC MP's caucus for visiting them on 2 occasions when they were brutalized, but on the other side, blamed Ewe NPP leaders in government for deliberately refusing to come to their aid.
NPP to famare bemi gava ngolonko ne bemi ngolonko la nya ire mi edemi ava ngolonko vo chochole ge mi eda edidi wo to temi le tonu bemi kwa ma ngolonko manome soja odwa simieji be o gbene mi be hunya le akoda ngo fieta modede mele be mi ayi ava ngolonko amata ni notoji eyi didi abegafo enelo atoson mi tan pomo kala golala ma amado o le pick up me do waro togbe daba okonu chila o chire ntia vano miefom na mie domotaro fom ko abazu nya mi noji ale gbebe bonga se pe akanya kopola o na momi kura be mi anronko o fo vujo esi soja owo fo gbona ojo gaka o mojo san o to ba itore tefe soja olo po mba ba bi nyara ka o gaka o mo no ara na fi soja mo no ara na fi over fo kele si ama mi vai ngonko le banda nkongo ngro fo magbo fofo yo fo mi novio funya yo wo mi la ama fie mi ko to ebe la ko dagbela ma no bobo ta mi be mi ada kukuna voter fie o e fie le voter region bla fanti fie o ada bla nigo fie o ba o vio ele geji afi funya ma jo ta ama fie afie ko to ebe no ma pere mi anwuti ola akọ dada mela nuela jore mi eje ma no bobo ta mi be mi ara okuna no wana mi president excellency nana adodankwa akufo-addo no wa nyabe mi mo le tojigia vegbeto mi nya mi le Ghana mi nya Ghana vi nyatie na nana mi mtifafa kata resime lankongo ogbe ameyo level mi o fom la soje sodo olo pom plus olo pora komo brona nako ta mi da kukuna me vote fio ba wa jagbagba ana president wa na mi mtifafa ba ko dagbala nu yemi pole nkongo ngomara mi aga ponu ma to gbe areko mi da pe na mi voter concourse voter MPO zieve o atemiti defunemi a o meglemi dio banto va tojo mi ofo kofaro voter MPO akpa ganto va onya panemi va enya o da fo wo be nti fafa va ayi mi gavela nkongo ha o gavela mi ofo ha o mazini pe o gava no yiji no wo do nyera mi aponu ye na ba mi ofo susu gbonemi be NPP towe le chitre chire mianti o je konto yeba ni yele jojo NPP mareke va mareke me va bien mi bo ni e jore ale no ko jopo Honorable Peter Amewu Minister of Health ajibo wasenya ye boko le parti ma ba me ga le NPP parti ma la wanya ba vegbeto nu ha yo le wa venieta ko bi avle avla parliament la mebe chachi trada te fare kan onya NPP duo anya fagbadum ye no va chachi trada be parliament fagbato we la da konele gama tanu le o mala fagbato ta vlemo no bu no funya fagbato wala npizim wala funya wo mila no anya ba wala funya orokwe na maka regional minister afon ko yiranvie ye ha
Another interesting point of concern was the hoarding and diversion of premixed fuel by suppliers, which took a political twist where perceived NPP functionaries at the Jamatoko and Bongase landing beaches sell premixed fuel to middlemen, leading to shortage in supply.
aka fie nu eva jojo ko ye be na mi eva la wade akwa dale to come ajira na mi 1.2 1.1 let's say maybe wole mi aja mi le filling station la mi ekpomo nu mo nya mi okuko le to ye si fe mi le gi enke ta obi la le ma be nya te fe mi oto si la mi ekpomo ami eva ko odi amala fa fo ma ajira na mi nu ma nya mi fa se so le Bamboi to si fe gi mi le amo le abe wole mi nu abe ami ji polo na obi o fie be wo kho abe MPP to na ta na nu ovala ko odu asiji ake je onwe ma wo mo le na mi.
The public relations officer to the Black Voter League Fishermen Association, Moses Kekevo Azani, accused the government for using MPP invisible forces to intimidate and brutalize their members during the voter registration exercise. He again appealed to the chiefs in voter region to come to their aid.
It has come to our notice that it is a time for registration, and we all draw our attention to the nearest police station. But what is happening? We could have seen that the government have deployed the invisible forces, army forces, immigration, all not to go and get in the registration exercise. We don't even understand. But we are rightness of this, and we must exercise our right at this moment. We are still not understand. So we are throwing this challenge to our chieftains, all having across the town. So, both of them, we are doing all this challenge to them that they must wake up for now, because now is a time for voting. If registration must be in such a way, then how much when we are getting nearer to our voting time? So they must get up.
The stepfather of Bonga Sitoko Kwauzego also witnessed how the brutalities were meted out to his people.
Kufufu amani vio mimi to ko jito to mojola ni to iba dogo MPP to ba po so jesu immigration to bakodale me to ko je ku manu vio o fu amo funal ha o wi o buga ka hu ko me nu vio ka akwada ro fiera nu po yo fo mo le mi se we no get jog ta mi na mi defio batofio ton fi de seade na parliamenti se no manyao yoku MPP to ukate yoku ga dabi amlenti we nko ngro vote wo mara.
The story was not different when we met Chanyajra at 4 o'clock, a fishing community in the Banda constituency, where he told us they were told to come for their voter ID cards only to be beaten up by MPP thugs.
Me was a celeb Banda bonga say obemi kwa manglo kwa tami for my Ghana view minyo. Ta mi chotogo Cote d'Ivoire. Tami kwa manglo kwa kra. Mi wa kaka akamyo mi ka plan Banda ahikro ba ngule gama over challenge me. Unami challenge formula gama ka nka kana na bi mewa ko me fa kadia mi va ko ba chu mi le moji lo libe mi ka de ho mbe yi ta me ba do fone jaju ta o do bi ba ko mi ve afo mi nya do ko va ko mi fo le amo fo lo do mi wo fo mi klipo le lo le ma mi so premier view mi so gbagba ma kra mi ma wi adre wo fo mi fo dabi mi nti nyama jogba be to nye so nye prevision le fo mata nyama ma fu du jo lo gbo han ene konya fonyi manye ta gofi wo plifu chira wo fonya ha plipu madda kwaji fuka bada sna gbagba kwa ha ni mapon sa haleko na tafana no anya numra ni nyaado ko be ka mi bazu kruvile giyemi la fifa afie na kona mi tama vale miesiu nkongole nyama ka pole mi woni ne kana do akoda voto to dalu nya gana miu tamila nya gbrodo la mi fa fio.
The founder and CEO of Alliance to Restore the Dignity and Heritage of Hydro-Dam's victims, Kwesi Diori Frankie Agbezo, whose interest is to put smiles on the faces of many, explained what informed his decision to embark on the Lord God called mission to deliver us.
31st July, I received a distress call from Bui catchment area, that is in Banda districts and that of Bole-Bamboi districts, all in Bono and Savannah regions, that the Fisherfolks in the Bui catchment area, they have been told that when there is time for registration, they will beat them up. And lo and behold, on Saturday when they got there, they started beating them. So they called me from my hometown, Mafiatitepo. And that very Saturday, I started my journey to Banda Konta. And Sunday, I got to Banda Konta. I got to one of the polling stations where the registration was done. I was told that the previous day, the Fisherfolks, particularly the Evers, were beaten and prevented from registration. But the chief at Banda Konta actually stood his grounds and drove the MPP tax away. So that Sunday when I got there, the tension was very low. I continued to the Banda district, to be precise, Bongase village, or Bongase Toko, or Bongase Nsuano. I got there around 9:30. I interacted with the Fisherfolks. They confirmed what happened the previous day, Saturday. Actually, I was there around 1:32 thereabout. Honorable Asiedun Ketia, General Secretary of National Democratic Congress Party, led a high-powered delegation from the NDC headquarters at Accra and came and sympathized with the people and assured them that they would not be beaten. After that, the people gathered and they went to Bongase town, because the riverside is where the Evers are settling. And so we all went to the Bongase village. So on Tuesday, I stayed there that Sunday. Tuesday, the NDC Volta MP caucus was led by their chairman, Honorable Humado. And on that Tuesday, we were going to the Bongase town. There, the thugs also attacked perceived NDC supporters. And we continued to Banda Hikro. And in Banda Hikro too, actually the chief also stood his grounds and they could not do the SS. So on Wednesday, we came home on Wednesday. I came back to my village, Atitepo. I slept overnight and asked myself, all what I've seen and is on social media, what can I do about it? Do I go to the media and just talk about NDC, MPP and that ended it? No. And the question is, even if it is just the registration that people are beaten, and until recently I was told even people who were beaten, a pregnant woman died. So I decided to move to all the 13 traditional areas in North, Central and South Tong. I met all the traditional leaders. Those that I cannot meet personally, I contacted them on the phone. And I also went to Togbe Fiti. I didn't meet he himself, but I met his two fathers. I went to Togbe Sri and I could not meet him. I went to the paramount chief of Pram Pram. I told him about what happened. I went to Adan paramount chief. I could not meet him, but I met his secretary, Jonathan. I told him about it. I went to Old and New Ningo chiefs. I told them about what their subjects or their children are going through. And I told them I'll find time and then make a proper documentary and let them have it. Almost 62 fishing communities in the both Banda and Bole-Bamboi districts or constituencies. So out of the 62, we visited almost 32 communities. The community members were actually the real victims.
The team also gathered about 300 signatures from these fisherfolks in Bole-Bamboi and Banda constituencies to write an open petition to His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and all other key stakeholders concerned to give them maximum protection wherever they are before, during and after the December 7 general elections.
We gathered over 300 people who appended their signatures to the petition to the president to ensure that they have been given the full protection before, during and after December 7th general elections. This petition will go to the president and other key stakeholders like the judiciary, the parliaments, the council of states, the media. Will go to the peace council, go to other religious bodies, will go to Ashanti National House of Chiefs and all paramountcies, including both foreign and local agencies that would heed to the plea of the people to ensure that there is peace, especially for the Eves who have been affected in the Bole-Bamboi Banda districts, including mining and cocoa growing areas in Eastern region, Ashanti region, Central region, Western North, and of course Western regions, so that there wouldn't be any chaos in Ghana or to destabilize the peace of Ghana.
Wala